Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for more Alienware Summer's End Cup action. I'm LD. He's Pyrian Flax. We've got a draft Ted. Golden Boys are leading 1-0 in this best of 3.
Yep. I mean, Empire grabbing the PL for themselves this time, but I think Golden Boys have grabbed the Darks here to help ES out a little bit. He can vacuum them towards the Echo Slam, no problem.
PL is winning a lot of games right now. It seems like this hero is. I don't know if he's getting stronger. Teams are just getting better at using him, or maybe it's just happenstance. But it just feels like he's even more dominant now than he was. Pretty popular TI. We saw aggressive using him a lot, but it's like he's leveled up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are lots of heroes that we could see dominating games. Like I feel like he's popular at the moment, and teams are comfortable playing him, and nobody's really. Like, he's so hard to shut down. He doesn't need, he genuinely doesn't need much before anybody wandering his way is just going to suffer. Like, okay, early on, you can still kill him and stuff like that, but I just feel like the hero's got so much, especially with that Boots of Travel build. He can just be everywhere, just picking up farm. He's hard to kill if you go and gank him. He's a pain in the ass. I can't stand him. It's just, I don't know. The hero's, he's not a fun hero to play against. I don't enjoy watching him either. But congratulations to people who picked PL. Well done. You did it.
Fucking gratties, you can pick PL.
Yeah. But, there are lots of heroes that you could say are really strong. And, if he's left alone to farm and he gets his items, he should be powerful. But he just seems to me like another hero that is kind of like a little hard to kill right off the bat. It's one of those things.
All right, Rubik now for Empire. So they get their grab versus the Earthshaker. Great to steal that fissure. Of course, vacuum in the wall can be nice as well. And it gives you a stun to interrupt the surge away. So
yeah.
Solid pick.
Yep, Rubik's good. I mean, 2 heroes right there with lots of spells to steal. You can, even if you just steal Ion Shell, it's kind of handy. Pick up some farm for Rubik. But, Echo Slam, Fissure, the Wall, Vacuum, even Surge. Good spells to steal. Storm Spirit. I mean, stealing the ball as Rubik is one of the funniest things. So lots of stuff to steal so far as Rubik. And yeah, his lift is really good. Like, it is a super good setup.
So they get Storm, and this was what we saw yesterday. The one game the PL lost was there was a Storm, Ember. I think maybe not a Spirit Breaker. There's a bunch of very mobile gankers, and PL could not get away with the split push. So seems that may be the plan here for Golden Boys. They've got the Shaker, the Storm, some good gankers.
Speaking of gankers, right? So whenever Blitz plays Storm Spirit, if the other team picks Spirit Breaker, he's like, they counterpicked me, guys. That's it. I've lost, because he hates playing against this hero.
The
whole thing with Storm
annoying.
It is so annoying.
Especially before you hit level 6, because you're completely helpless to the gank.
Yeah, he's gonna get you, and he's super strong. I think I could be wrong. Someone on the chat can check this, but I have a feeling Spirit Breaker at level 1 has the most hit points and armor of any heroes in the game. I think that's true.
He has the highest effective HP of any hero at level 1. Even more than the Ogre Magi.
Yeah. And, I mean, Spirit Breakers.
There's a hero I miss, man. Oh, God, I love my Ding Ding Ding. That's a hero I would love to see back in competitive.
Yeah, I feel like the nerf to him was pretty slight. He's still super good. I feel like if a couple of teams pick him a few times, he'll be right back in it. He is still a very good hero. But he's not quite as ridiculous as he was. But he's still very, very good.
And by the way, Helena Live's in the game now, so.
Where?
I don't know.
Oh God! All right, well, congratulations, she did it.
I feel bad because I'm mentioning it, and so I'm guilty of the same behavior, but
Do you know what? Like were we talking about this the other day? We were, right?
Yes.
I mean, the thing is that we all know who she is now, and I don't even know if she plays Dota. Like, I know I saw her playing, and she was like, "Where's the FF button?" Because they were losing. She wanted to rage quit out of the game. But I mean, whatever her marketing strategy is, if you can call it a strategy, it's working. Everybody knows who the hell she is. She gets way more stream viewers than I do. So congrats.
I blame Artur. It's really Baby Rage's fault. He was the one that gave her that initial
he's young,
viewership.
He'll learn. He owes me a game.
Oh, does he? What happened?
He does. So it's at God, it must have been at Dream League last winter. And he didn't have money for a drink at the bar, so I bought him a drink at the bar. And I said he said, "Can you let me $10?" I was like, when are you ever gonna pay it back? He's like, "I'll play a game of Dota with you." I was like, "Okay."
Your voice of it is great, actually.
And that was it. But he never has.
Yeah, he owes me a door, Ted. You know, so I
A
don't know.
door? Oh yeah, he
Y-
kicked, didn't he? Did he punch it or kick it?
The door was separated from the hinges,
Wow.
or rather, the hinges were separated from the wall, and
Okay,
Artur was involved in that separation in a
that's
very direct,
unfortunate.
physical way.
That's unfortunate.
Everyone, a lot of people thought it was like a screen door, like when they heard about it. Like, oh yeah, so he like ran through a screen door. You know, it's like, no, he ripped a door off its hinges.
He's a young man, you know, young guys. Gotta exercise his arms occasionally. Get some door breaking going on. Fair play to him. Anti Magoo picked up here.
Yeah, interesting pick. It gives them potential late game here on the with the PL to deal against. He doesn't really hard counter anyone though. Like generally, when the anti-mage picks really excel, it's often like a Leshrac or a Storm on the enemy team. Darkseer also on the enemy team. Like heroes that have that huge monopool, so they're just ticking time bombs waiting to blow up.
It is also two heroes that Spirit Breaker can chase down. Like that's
Yeah, that's true as well.
kind of tricky in that regard. But hey, Golden Boys won game one, so I'm not going to question them. They're clearly gods of Dota, so I look forward to seeing what they pull out.
Yeah, they lead 1-0. They've got a little room for experimentation here. And I am curious to see how this new Empire does moving forward. It's one of those interesting, like they kept some of the players around, but they added a bunch of new people that at least I have not commentated before. Seemed a little... I feel like last game it wasn't like their individual play or teamwork was necessarily lacking. It was very much, to me, greedy draft that just got punished. And I think if the draft's a little more balanced, which this one is, that'll be the real test where we can see like how strong this new Empire roster really is.
Yeah, maybe. It didn't look sort of mega convincing. I don't know. Like we said, we're not quite sure how much of that was how they played or was the draft. I kind of feel like the draft, like you said, was maybe more of a factor in that. But they picked a bit more balance here, I think. And Lion Spirit Breaker will give them some good presence early on. Rubik as well. So that'll hopefully for them alleviate some of the pressure, and PL can just go and farm. But I think the Lion pick here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this was kind of a blocking pick because I like to pick Lion against Spirit Breaker for that instant hex when you see the charge coming in. And I think he's strong anyway, so it feels like they've taken him because he's good, but also it means Golden Boys don't get their on the Spirit Breaker when he's coming in. Although it's a frog, actually. Sorry, I'm thinking of Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little bit of a block pick, but they wanted more lockdown for AM, and what they had wasn't really that reliable, because you mentioned like you could just blink away from Spirit Breaker. Sure, the charge continues, but then you're probably too far away for the team to follow up. Rubik has a pretty short duration lockdown spell, but now with the line and the Rubik and the Spirit Breaker, they have a lot of control for AM as well as the flying Electric Man.
Flying Electric Man. You really do know these heroes really well.
Yeah, I'm here for the premier analytical insights, Ted.
Who do you think is going to take this one, LD? I like Golden Boy's draft in this one. I do like it.
Let's see. What are the lanes going to be here? So it's going to be Quap versus Storm mid. They have the Shaker to kind of be the X factor here moving around. Anti-Mage safe lane against the Spirit Breaker off lane. That should be pretty good, actually, for the Cow, though they do have the Bane to set up. Maybe with the Fissure Block can kill him. I think Spirit Breaker will get a lot in the off lane. Yeah. I would say mid lane probably favors Golden Boys with the Earthshaker as the X factor moving around. The supports of Empire a little more passive and greedy early on. They need their levels. They don't have much damage between the two of them. So then you're looking at an off lane Darkseer versus a PL. He's going to struggle, but he can go to the jungle. So I think it's pretty even through the laning stage here.
When you say he, you mean Darkseer?
Yeah. I think the Darkseer will have a tough time here against the PL. You also have the kill potential coming from the two supports if they end up there. So
yeah, that's true. I personally think he'll do okay. I mean, I never mind being up against a melee carry with Darkseer. I think it's pretty strong. I think he could be okay. Like you said, his fear here is the supports, and if he gets charged, he's basically.
Oh yeah, in a 1v1 he would do great, but and he does get the early wards down. This is big. If he can block the camp, that may give him the edge here in the bottom lane because these supports need their levels. So this is potentially very big.
Yeah, they do. Rubik does have sentries. I think they're going to find this. They're pinging a boot. I mean, this is quick. They're out quickly. But he TP'd there. The only time I ever TP straight to lane is if there's a techies in the game. And you TP straight to the off lane and you find him every time. He's only laid one mine. Easy kill. Easy kill.
There's always these interesting metagames that emerge in Dota. Like, I don't know if you remember back when Razor started getting picked a lot.
Misses them both.
Oh, they do barely miss. That hurts. And
Now
they're
they
just
can
kind
only
of
get
guessing
one.
that he came and warded as well, because they never actually saw him.
Yeah, that was nice. That was
And
really
they
good.
they know they need these levels, so they're and they don't know that it's warded is the other thing. Like they drop the sentry, they don't see anything. They may just be thinking it's not, but you can see more pings coming out. They're debating where these sentries should go. Seems like
It's just like some people are pinging over here. There, he's found it. That only finds one. That's okay. I think that's job done from Ducks here. They had to use both sentries. That's okay. I think he's happy with that.
So yeah, there's like this interesting like back and forth that evolves. You remember when Razor was getting picked a lot, where like Razor players started going boots first when they would go mid, so they can keep the static link going longer, right? And so then the counter to that was like they'd put like people would pick OD or some other strong 1v1 mid, and they would start with boots. So then both heroes start with boots, and so then there was like this next level play of Razor's like, well, there's no point in getting boots because he's gonna have them anyways. Then I'm just gonna focus on my farming, either rush the bottle or get more damage. So there's an interesting back and forth. I've seen that with the warding too now, where like there was one game where both teams TP in right away, and then neither one ends up warding because they see each other. Like, well, it's just gonna get dewarded right away.
Yeah.
It's always this interesting tug of war in Dota 2.
They've actually gone 2-1-2, which is I think that's pretty good. Like you said, the Darkseer against those two supports is going to struggle. Whereas now here with the Earthshaker can put an end to any attempted gank on Darkseer. And there's really no point in being up here. I think Bane should be enough. If there's a charge, you know, he can just sleep them and they can back off, reset. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, this is key. They do, as we were talking about it, it looked like Darkseer would have a tough time, and I think GB, the Golden Boys, they recognize that, and that's why he goes bottom early. So
yeah, I mean as well.
Nice adjustment.
I mean, anti-mage against Spirit Breaker, yes, he's going to eat the occasional bash, and yes, you know, he could get charged, and if there's a rotation, he'll be in trouble. But I think that it makes sense. You don't want the Earthshaker to be level 3 halfway through the game again, although he is, of course, going to go off on a wander and has only 15 XP. So they put him bot for like a second, and now he's coming top. Interesting. So everything I just said was complete bullshit. Who could have predicted that?
That sounds like the story of a lot of commentators' lives. Everything I said is just total bullshit. Except for Winter. He always seems to nail the predictions.
There's the bash. 17%. Oh.
He's got to be careful now, though.
Yeah,
they throw out the brain sap really early. They have a sleep available to interrupt this charge, but he gets the bash from the charge through. Fisher's going to cancel it.
This is why he's here, lads. Give it to him. Just punch.
Cow on cow action.
He's going to rely on 17%. Punch. Yeah. Go on, boy. This is it.
That sweet, sweet cow on cow action.
Blink Dagger Gaming is coming. He's not a cow. What are you talking about?
What is he if not a cow? And
don't.
Like yeah, I guess he was more of a tauren.
A sloth creature.
A sloth creature.
Yeah.
He is pretty slow. I can buy that.
Let me bring up the last hits and denies.
Okay.
Almost exactly dead even. Look at that.
So Bane took his free teleport, suicide in the neutrals.
Now he didn't charge back to lane. I find that a bit strange. I always do that. I guess this way he can block his creeps and not waste 100 mana. But if you cast it from base, it's practically free.
Yeah, the mana's free. Definitely we'll use it later on in the game to get back to the lane, but I think in this case he's gonna have to rotate. With that death, he'll have a much tougher time here, and as it so often does when an Earthshaker's in the game, a lot of the way the game develops just comes down to his anticipation, his early movements, and so far having a good time of it.
Yeah.
Rubik in trouble here, bottom.
Oh, they'll give him the rundown. One last surge. No need. No need.
It's a level 1 Lion. He doesn't even have the stun yet. This is how big the ward block is. Meanwhile, mid, though, they get the kill. Spirit Breaker charging in and find the storm.
The Earthshaker knew the Spirit Breaker's missing from top. He's setting something up, but Earthshaker was because he was so far back. Spirit Breaker and Quap can close so fast, and that is a nice pickup on the storm there. Good job.
Yeah, this shows you how big that early support for the Darkseer is as well.
Yeah.
Already level 3, and the thing is now he's got the Soul Ring if he wants it, so very tough to dislodge him from lane. And God, level 1 Lion, that is just brutal stuff. Finally the sentry's gone and they can begin to pull, or to pull, but already I feel like the damage is done.
Maybe. I mean, it's the level 1 Lion, but it's only just a level 2 Earthshaker. They've both been stuck in the cabin boy slot. You know, they've got to go and
Okay, this
Gotta-
Earthshaker has
gotta do a
boots,
job.
Ted. At 4 minutes.
Yeah, buddy. Now you're talking. He's doing it. He's got a mango still. He doesn't need to rush mana boots. He can go straight for the blink. A mango for the slam.
Oh, the tree charge. Is he going to be ready for
this
this
is
one?
trouble.
Doesn't get the fissure off in time.
Bash? No bash? He's gonna be fine. Yeah, easily killed. Ivan's gonna walk it off. No problemo. Oh, Helena! One more shot. Oh, she just lived.
Ooh.
He just lived.
Is it Helena?
I think it's Helen alive. I thought it was Helen alive. Like, there's no way to know.
Helena alive or Helen alive.
Yeah.
Interesting. These are the burning questions that occupy our minds. They keep me up at night, you know? Stressful thinking about all this
Why
stuff.
wouldn't they? It's important stuff, LD.
The most important stuff. Only. So anti-mage is free farming. PL is free farming. Mid lane,
Yeah.
now going the way of the Queen of Pain, of course, with the gank, is already level 6. Darkseer, I would say, getting a bit more out of the offlane here, and is
Yeah.
occupying the supports more, and the Bane getting more as a support than what we're seeing out of the Lion or the... Well, the Rubik actually with that kill is doing okay, but the Lion's still only level 2, and he definitely needs the levels more than an Earthshaker, so pretty even starts the game, I would say, overall.
Yeah. There's definitely no sort of standout anything at the moment. All the rotations have been pretty what you'd expect, I think, and I do kind of think the Earthshaker having a reasonable amount of money early on was good. He was able to get those boots, which is great for him.
The dream.
But he then did promptly die, so it's not all roses in his garden. There are some weeds too.
Let's put it mildly. I love this image you're painting. Are you a gardener? You
No,
like
our
to
garden
maintain
is
your plant
appalling.
life?
No, it's dreadful. But there are various reasons why my garden is no good. I'm not going to bore you with them, but it needs work.
No, please. I'm fascinated by gardens.
Okay, while we're in this sort of static phase of the game, I'll bore you. We just had a load of work done on the house, and in doing the work, they had to put all the tools and all the equipment and stuff in the garden, it was like a paved garden, but it had some flower beds and stuff, and they've basically been the whole summer just going wild. The guy
They
that
got
lives
massacred,
behind me-
basically.
Yeah, the guy that lives behind me in the house behind me is never home, and his garden is 10 foot tall with weeds, right? And they grow over the fence. This is trouble. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's the thing. You know, when you've got the Co-op and Spirit Breaker, that's such an evil combo. Poor old
Just
Earthshaker. He's basically
delete it.
got no
They get the
chance.
vision there from the Rubik, smoke it,
Yeah.
and then charge, and just a perfectly timed combo. And they're going to use this opportunity to ward off the neutrals. Very important versus the Storm, especially when he falls behind. That's the natural escape route is, oh, I'll just go farm neutrals and stay relevant, but
Yeah.
not going to be the case here.
Not today. So the neighbor behind, 10 foot high, all his weeds grow over the fence. We have to keep cutting them down, but they cut out the light to any plants in the flower bed at the back. And
Do you have little squabbles with your neighbors over stuff
no,
like
he's
that?
never fucking there. Like, I want to talk to him. Oh, Helen alive. He's going to live.
Helen is still alive.
Yeah. What happened to Silent down here? He's super low. I guess he tussled with the Darkseer or something.
The Ion Shells. Just taking
Yeah.
the Ion Shells, I think, and maybe even trying to keep the creeps off the tower while they pull.
Yeah, maybe.
Gotta maintain the equilibrium here.
Oh, yeah. It's all about that. All about that equilibrium, LD. I do love it so.
Oh, yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, 3-2 the score. Anti-Mage is free farming. Storm not having the best go of it. The Queen of Pain. We'll see what her first big item's going to be. Looks like she does not have anything just yet. So it could be the Orchid or... it's a pretty good Orchid game. Just for shutting down the Storm could be very nice, but...
No, yeah. It's a really good Orchid game. I mean, against the Storm, against the AM, I think she can get in there and really do some damage. She's got the follow-up from Storm as well. I mean, from Spirit Breaker as well. Not to mention Lion if he gets a blink at some point in the game. I think blink Orchid, you know, slow him down. I think that would be ideal. Then they can definitely get a kill on him. And I think without him, like, you know, if there's a fight and they don't kill the AM, you're going to face that AM's doing AM things sort of stage in the game where it's like, oh my god, you know, we may have got a kill in a tower up here, but he's like pushed a tower and eaten our jungle and everything. The kind of stuff AM does.
Yes, he excels at those cheeky shenanigans. Oh, bottom lane. Helen is alive. Got the Surge off and
Yeah, that's
just
Surge.
hops, skips, and runs away.
Surge is big. She's got 2 levels in it. No levels in Vacuum. Wasn't there a game the other day, either I was watching the cast or I was in it. I can't even remember. But basically he took 1 level in Vacuum just to cancel TPs and stuff like that. which was quite cool. But
I can't remember. That doesn't stick out as like some
no.
memorable event for me.
It's kind of like my thing with the whole gyro one level in missile thing. One level in vacuum, just one level. It's super handy. I mean, alright, it's not amazing, but you never know. I like to have a full arsenal of tools in my pocket.
Or you could save the skill point. So it's like, you have the ability to order some. You got some money in your pocket if you need to make that trip to Home Depot. You can
save it up. 100 gold now. Earthshaker is going to get a soul ring, I guess, to tide him over on his long march as he tries to get the Blink Dagger of Dreams. He's going to try and secure this. Oh no, DD on the storm
Blink
coming
Dagger
in here.
of Dreams. That sounds awesome. I've been playing. Have you ever heard of Descent?
Yeah, Descent. Yeah. What, the original, the shooter?
No. It's a board game. It's nothing like the shooter.
Oh, okay. No,
it's a strategy. It's like kind of an RPG strategy board game, like vaguely Dungeons and Dragons, but much less role playing and much more like tactical board game. And
I think K-pop mentioned it because I know he's big into board games, and I know that a couple of people I've tried to play games with over the last few weeks have been like, "No, dude, I'm playing Descent." I was like, "Really? That old thing?" But yeah, then I found out it was a board game. So yeah, I've never played it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's quite good. I had a point here and I completely forgot where I was going.
Oh God,
with it, so
I'm sorry.
I'm just talking about how I like this board game, so never mind.
Is there something in the game that reminds you of something that's happening in this game, LD? The game we're casting?
Yes, there is, but it's one of those things where it was on the tip of my tongue and now I can't remember. And
oh, I'm sorry, dude.
now chat's like, what the hell? I mean, Alzheimer's runs in my family, and it seems it may be setting in extremely early.
Dang. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Dota 2.
It was a dad joke. It's like when someone says, "I think you're going deaf," and you go, "What?" and they repeat it. See, it's a classic dad joke.
What?
Huh?
Especially if you don't like what they're saying, you just want them.
I kind of want to see Ivan do some stuff here. Get your charge on. Come on, we're 11.5 minutes in. It's only 3 and 2. Fight!
He's not feeling it. They are trying to gank the AM though. They really don't want him to get ahead here. Queen of Pain building towards the Orchid. He's level 10. He has opted for a couple points in stats, so not that squishy, and actually 1,000 HP, and he's going to get nervous, blinks away. So the opportunity will be missed.
Yeah. Oh, they might catch the Bane here. There's the charge. He's just going to sleep him. Here comes the TP support as well. Now they're going to have to bail on
he's
this.
going in. Wow.
Oh, wow. The Rubik turned around like, guys, this is a terrible idea, and Spiritbreaker was like, nah, this is awesome. Let's do it.
He stalled Full Lightning. It looked like he was going to easily be able to make his way up, but too much damage. The Fissure comes through along with a double damage storm, and see you later.
Like, this is the thing with Earthshaker, I think. That, alright, I mean, I've been slagging him off for not having a Blink Dagger, and, like, we should get... I'm not slagging him off, but I've been saying, until he gets a Blink, blah, blah, blah. But because Fissure is so long-ranged and so useful, I mean, look at the range of it. Just mouse over that. It's like the whole flipping screen. Fissure is huge. Even from the back lines, you can just help set stuff up for your team. And right then, the patient gank from Empire turned around on them by a good rotation from Golden Boys. Oh, he almost got that one. You get this one, buddy. Yeah! Get in there.
He's got the soul ring, dude. This is the easy life. Even still the mango reserved. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And of course, the real farm happening elsewhere is we'll see Helen alive, working on a mech here. He's going to have a relatively timely fashion.
This Darkseid lane has been stately. Like, it's got one kill, just been chilling there with the... Getting the Iron Shell and stuff, picking up farm, getting a mech nice and early, which is good. That's cool. Didn't go south, didn't go north. Just it is what it is. And PL off in the jungle, he's getting his farm on as well. It's all very, very friendly, very gentlemanly stuff.
Yeah, this is not so gentlemanly, though. Anti-Mage getting the Battle Fury now. He's going to start stealing some stacks, getting a little feisty if they're not careful.
Yeah, that's the thing. There aren't any stacks. Like, I feel like they've said, why stack? Because AM's just going to nick them,
he's gonna steal him, yeah. Figure coming out. Oh, tries for the Nightmare deny, but Spirit Breaker too fast. This cow, too fast, too furious. They can't bring him down. Well, an Anti-Mage pursuing the Rubik, but he has stolen the Blink. Eternal Envy hated having his Blink stolen so much that he would cast Mana Void whenever he saw a Rubik, just so the Blink was not the last cast spell.
Wow. I mean, it's not that long a cooldown. It's like 70 seconds or something. So yeah, it's 70. So I can see that. But That's a man who's playing angry, you know? He just hates having the blink stolen so much. I mean, it is super strong on Rubik. The blink lift is really strong, so I can see it.
Look at this, Rubik. Balls of steel.
Look at this AM.
He's not done yet. He still wants to get the
Yeah.
storm. He's got the
look
blink.
at
He can
this.
just keep on diving him, but he is going to start taking the tower. Got to be careful. Oh, turn my swag on. In danger now. And, well, Resolution also going in. They really want Lucy, but they're not going to find him. The
Invisible
grip
Fisher,
coming out.
Run, Lucy. Lucy's dead. No, Lucy lives. Echo Slam. This is a big save. Resolution manages to get away. They get the Rubik and the Spirit Breaker. Can they get this quap? Nah, Resolution's fine. But that was great. That Invis rune just able to walk in there. The no blink slam. Perfect.
Yeah, that was a bit of a dive.
Yeah, that
was
was.
a really long dive.
I feel like at some point players are just like, do you know what? I want something to happen here. Let's just make something happen. And I kind of feel like some element of we should be doing something sets in. You know, we should rotate and gank. And then
You just get that itch, you know? You got to scratch
Yeah.
it.
Dire's top tower is
Eating
under
away
attack.
at you a little bit. And I think especially because it's, you know, it's an online cup here. It's not TI. Like at TI, everything was so serious. You know, no risks. Got to be careful. But the teams are now experimenting. They're kind of figuring out what works, and they're.
I mean, the other difference, of course, was that there's not $6 million on the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So-
You know, it's just an online cup, so you can afford to experiment and muck around a bit.
Muck around. They're going to try and push bot here, I think, now. No? I thought there was going to be a rotation from these two guys. Maybe try and get a tower. Push that Darkseer back a bit, but no. They're just going to leave him to it.
Yeah, that world doesn't exist. Stop living in an alternate universe, Ted.
Sorry. Now they're going to go mid instead. Are they going to do something here?
Dire's bottom
They're looking for
tower
something?
is under attack.
Storm is level 10, has a soul ring and a point booster, so things could be worse for him. But Quap, not far from that Orchid. Level 11, things are looking even better for her.
Oh, Rubik, just how is this guy getting away with these movements? He's like diving tier 2 towers, sprinting over this way. He's almost got away with the ball lightning steel top. He's having quite a game, even though hasn't had that explosive team fight yet, but just
Dire's middle
turn my
tower
swag on
is
is
under
definitely playing with some swag here.
Dire's
Yeah,
structures
I
are
love to see a
fortified.
good Rubik player. I think it is probably the hero, like one of the most elegant heroes, like Invoker as well. I think you know, it requires not just skill but precision. You know, brains. You got to be smart to play good Rubik.
Is under attack.
Bottom lane, the fight has broken out. They already got the lion kill, but now rotating is the peel, looking to turn this. This is too much damage here. This
Yeah.
Darkseer getting a lot done.
Ion Shell, incredibly strong spell. Surprise, surprise. And he's got the mech as well, so if things go bad for them, you know, he can always bail them out. This is,
Radiant's top
yeah, really
tower
good.
is under
All
attack.
teams rotating in. Turn my swag on. Time to show off that skill. Let's see what he can steal here. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage is just AFK top, takes the tower.
Under attack.
Yeah.
Set the clock, Ted. Set the clock.
Well, this is what you know. This is what you want. I think they've got the heroes to make enough of a mess on the map that AM can go and do AM things. I think that's what you want. This is trouble though. Earthshaker
Well, maybe
dying
next time.
for the third time.
Living up to his
And
name there.
I think we need to ignore the fact that he's going to get a blink. He's not going to get one anytime before the like 35-minute mark, unless he gets some godlike Echo Slam off and picks up like a triple kill or something.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're trying to
as we
summon
saw-
the. You're trying to summon the Echo Slam by talking about it.
Yeah, but you don't need an a blink dagger to get it to win the game. We saw that in the last match.
Helen alive is gonna mech up the creeps, trying to stall this push, and it's somewhat successful. As Turn my swag on, also looking for a
Dire's
spell steal
bottom
again. It
tower
seems.
has fallen.
That's that brain sap. Just gonna back off and in. So they do get the tower resolution with the last hit, but the Orchid, as far as its utility here, it's not gonna be able to gank Madara for much longer. He's already got Yasha, has the recipe, and 1900 at that point from completing the Manta style. So they're gonna have a tough time ganking the Saiyan.
Yeah, I think they were hoping that they could. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they had the potential to lock him down without it. I mean, they've got the lion, but he's just going to blink away when he sees the lion walking up. It is kind of tricky. But I guess they have potential, but it's going to be very tricky for them to catch him up. As you said, because once he gets that Manta, he's going to be fine.
All right, an epic smoke gank down the middle lane.
This could be a thing. Here we go. They're going the wrong way. Okay. Look at this. Turn my swag on. He knows what's up. He's going to go that way. Nope.
No. He knows what's left.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
All
attack.
right. Smoke gank, not a success.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, you know, they're going to get a tower maybe. Push it up. They've got the wave with them. Big old wave. Do you wait here, hope they go on the Spirit Breaker, or do you just go and give them a hand, get the tower?
It's a little dangerous to show yourself, because if you show yourself, there's
Dire's top
they could
tower
go
is
for the
under
other tower. They can go ward your
Yeah.
jungle. So and you might have to worry about a Roshan. In fact, they see maybe next time here. He's backed off for a Quelling Blade just to de-ward a bit, Ted, but he may pay.
Yeah, I think he's a dead zone man. What's he got? Nothing.
tower is
Ugh.
under attack.
I mean, all right, we were thinking about the Orchid as a anti mage thing, but it's just super good against pretty much everybody. What an item.
Oh. Ivan, what a time to charge onto the middle lane, galloping for creeps and getting punished.
Oh, there's that value vacuum. Bring him back in. Nice.
You know what?
That's one-
Like
one for one.
that's the beautiful thing with Darkseer Earthshaker. I think we saw it from CDEC and TI. Oh, another smoke. They're looking to jump, and they will find the Storm Spirit here.
Middle tower
Yeah, I'm
Can
not
they kill
sure
him, though?
this is going to be close. Yeah, he's going to be fine.
But yeah, the cool combo is the vacuum into Fissure. That thing is devastating.
Yeah, that really is. Oh, Anti-Mage is joining the party. They're all going to come in here. Nice finger. Catches Lucy, but just going to zip away. No, the urn. Maybe the tick down. Going to live. Madara going on. Oh, wow, that vacuum didn't catch anybody. Turn my swag on. He's going to try and run away. Blinks. He's out. Back with his pals.
Oh! Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, says Madara. He'll get his first kill of the fight. Oh, blink away.
I honestly thought he was going to run out of mana there, but he's actually got quite a bit, so I think if he'd stayed just a couple of seconds longer,
Radiant's top tower
maybe
is under
PL could have
attack.
taken enough mana that he would have been stuck, but good pick up there on the Quell. Oh, sorry, killed Rubik.
And
was the
he's
Bane
he's
that-
basically got the Manta now. So the Orchid days on the AM are over.
Yeah, that lasted about 2 minutes.
But I mean, as you've been pointing out, it's good for. It's not just for the AM here. It still gives you some damage. Great silence against
Right.
the Storm, and he won't have any.
Radiant's
The only
bottom
issue with the
tower
Storm is that you often don't have vision on him, and then he just jumps you from out of nowhere. So, a bit less effective on Queen of Pain.
Right. That's the thing about Storm being able to use items when he's rolling, right? That's stupid. I don't like that. Makes it too easy for him to jump you.
Lion, no finger
You know
right
what I mean?
now.
Like, he can roll in and orchid you. It's insane.
Yeah, they also that's also a thing with Morphling where I think Ice Frog got rid of it and then he added it back where you couldn't use items or cast abilities and now you can again. So you have that like wave shotgun while you're invulnerable
Yeah.
potential.
Oh,
Is it always
Oh.
this guy? Resolution blinking and then kind of turning to hit the creeps there. Let me get the enchant totem.
yeah, enchant. Not the steal he was after, but they're gonna reset. Lucy, not far from a bloodstone. Getting there. How long do you think it'll have 8 charges on it? The bloodstone. Do you think it'll go up or down? What's the spread on this bloodstone?
That's tough to say. I'm gonna say he's gonna have a pretty good bloodstone game and say he will peak at 15 charges this game,
Okay.
which is quite
Radiant's
good.
middle tower is under attack.
But maybe I'm
Radiant's middle tower
giving
I
him too much
predict-
credit.
That as soon as he gets it, he's gonna die, and he's either gonna deny himself or he's gonna be down to 6 charges straight away.
See, I say that, and then if this Rubik steals Mana Void, it's not gonna happen. Dar will get hexed up bottom lane. Can they finish him off here? He's pretty tanky. He has the Manta already, and the back comes through, interrupting the charge as well. Suddenly, Ivan on the run. This is bad, Ted. This is bad. And elsewhere,
Yeah.
they lose Turn My Swag on. Rubik out of the picture. Madara hunting for more anti-mage things.
Vacuum is so strong.
He vacuum interrupted the charge, right? That's what it looked like.
I think so.
That's pretty crazy. All right. We'll have Madara here disconnecting. A BM disconnect, I'm sure.
Obviously.
So, well, what's your over-under now, Ted? Do you think we're going to a game 3, or is this in the bag here for the Golden Boys?
I think Golden Boys are playing really well. I think that every time that it's looked like Empire might win a fight, Golden Boys have turned it around. I think that was true in game 1. A lot of time it was like, oh, Empire going in here, and then Golden Boys just, they seem to turn it. I think they've got really good coordination. I like their team fight a lot. And they've got that sort of potential with Vacuum and and with the Echo and Mana Void and stuff, and then the chase with Storm and AM, I think they've got a strong team, and I think they've got this backup from the Bane. Let's say that they want to get the Quap or they want to get the PL, they can hold them in place. I really like it. I really do like it. I think their lineup's good.
You had your early read, and you're sticking to it. I admire that.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have a pause here, guys.
Oddly enough, LD, I am often right when it comes to predicting who's going to win a game. I'm like at TI, I was 100%. You go back and check the
Well,
votes.
you could have been worse than the analysts, who were wrong almost every single time.
I was right almost every time. I'm not even kidding. I think I was right 100%. And somebody on Twitter pointed it out. I was like, I'm so glad someone noticed, because I didn't want to blow my own trumpet. But I was...
but you wanted someone else to blow it for you.
Yeah, I wanted someone to get a trumpet and blow it. That's all I wanted. I don't think that's much to ask.
I never played the trumpet. I did the clarinet for a little bit. It didn't work out. I was pretty shit.
I never got to play a musical instrument. My mum was like, no, you won't be able to do it. She was very supportive in some ways, but she was just totally unconvinced that I would
just shut you down off the bat.
Yeah. I was like, Mum, I want to get a guitar. She's like, oh, no, it'll just gather dust in your room. Come on.
Rip.
I was like, okay. I'd like to learn the drums. No, it's too noisy. I was like, okay.
Vlad's is coming now for our anti-mage, and with that, they take this tower bottom. They can likely take the Roche. Then you're looking at an Aegis on the Storm, already up to 9 Bloodstone charges with that kill on the Rubik. So
yeah,
heading towards the 15.
Towards your spread. You were right. I was wrong there, so I say I'm 100%.
Okay, well, he's gotten 1. There's plenty of a chance for Lucy to die here and quickly lose a bunch of charges.
But I said as soon as he got it, he would either have the Bloodstone tonight or he would die. But I was wrong, so not 100%. I will say, look, I think in that lull, what would have been nice is if they'd stacked all these camps up. Even the Ancients, they're not even stacked. Like, you've got an AM, he's got his Battle Fury. I guess he's thinking, well, I'm just going to fight now. But, I mean, then why get the Battle Fury? So they had to, I think, to in that time, to stack up the camps. However, Empire were all over this area. Do you remember? They were doing all kinds of stuff here. And in response, they haven't stacked their own jungle. Empire haven't stacked their jungle, knowing that AM will just rotate there and steal it. So I kind of feel like the AM's... He's forced now to go and fight because there isn't like a ton of farm for him to hoover up on the map. It's just standard jungle stuff. So maybe that's forced GB to come out and fight. And DC, obviously.
Uh-oh. Steam is down. I've lost my connection, Ted.
Oh, dude.
And we're losing players as well.
Oh, man. We've lost 2 players. I am still in the game.
Man down.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't lose the server. That would suck.
That would indeed suck. It's kind of the teething and growing pains with Reborn, I guess. Everyone kind of freaks out with every little thing, and there were some pretty big bugs, but it's like, what are you expecting? They've re-architected the entire game. Of course, there's going to be some problems. You
know what? I think the problem that people have, and I honestly think this is understandable. Like, I think Reborn's going to be great. I think it's, they had to make the change to Source 2. You don't want to be stuck on Source 1, build up, years and years later. So everybody's whining that it's not on Source 2 like everything else. So I think they had to do it. But the problem is that right now, I could be watching Dota 1. You know what I mean? Or Dota 2 on the Source 1 engine. There's not, at the moment, anything that makes me think, oh, wow, this is so much different. Like, at the moment, it's like all this hassle, and we've been given something with a UI that we don't really love as much as the Dota 1 UI. A lot of people are a little pissed off about it, although they've changed that to their credit. They changed the friend list so it's visible. And the friend feed, thank God, has been shrunkened. But I kind of feel like...
Shrunken?
Yeah. It's a bit like, software, right? My dad was a programmer, and he used to code in Fortran and COBOL and really old-school languages like that, because all the banks run off this super old code. And I was like, why don't they update to something else? And he's like, well, why would they? Like, it'll be exactly the same. The way the bank sees the end product would be exactly the same, so there's no need to upgrade. So whereas I kind of feel they've upgraded to Source 2 and Reborn, but the end product looks exactly the same to us at the moment. So I think people are they're sort of like, all this hassle for nothing. That's the way they feel. But I think it will lead to good things, and we did need to do this, and we had to bite the bullet at some point. Post-TI was the right time, and I think it'll be great.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, now it's a pain, but it'll pay off in the end. And yeah. It's funny, though, because, like, when Source 2 got announced or released, and, there were people who were saying, oh, hey, guys, guess what? Dota 2 has 2 clients that are better than the League client. And then you had all the CSGO players who were, upset that CSGO wasn't getting the nod to move to Source 2. And apparently it's kind of a running joke in the CS:GO community that that game never gets patched. Like there are no developers essentially.
Right.
They definitely have
I
a
mean,
smaller dev team than Dota. That's for sure.
The thing is, CS:GO is, if you think about when CS:GO came out, it definitely wasn't as big as it is now. Like I don't remember CS:GO being like now everybody on my friends list is playing CS:GO and Dota 2, whereas previously it was just everybody who was playing Dota 2. CS:GO, like even I'm playing it now. Like I'm level 3 LD. I spent a week grinding to level 3. I can now play competitive matches. I'm really into it. I'm buying, chests.
What do the
and I'm
levels
opening them
do
and
exactly? What do those get you in Reborn?
Well, I don't have a rank yet, but in I'm talking about in CS:GO.
Oh, in CS:GO, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you can't play competitive games. You can only play casual games until you get rank 3. I assume it was to stop people from smurfing, because you could easily just make a new account like that and go into low-level rank games and just whip people. So you have to go through rank 3. It is tedious. It takes a few hours for good players. For me, it took several days. But once you get there, then you can play competitive games. In Reborn, I think the rank... I mean, what did level do? I was level 302 or something in Dota 2 Source 1, and now I'm level 43 in Reborn. It does the same thing. It's just a shiny button to put on your console. That's it.
It feels very pointless. The level.
Well, so, I mean, yeah, but it's just... Dude, everything is pointless. It's a video game. Like, come on. Like,
people
even
want
the
it to
hats.
mean something, though, Ted. Like, it's not enough that you have this number. You have to be able to, be rewarded. They want shiny shit, They want, like, cool in-game effects or unlocking, like, sounds or, something.
You can't get shiny shit every day of the week just for free. Come on.
If everything's shiny shit, then nothing's shiny.
Do we want this to be a good game? Yes. Do there need to be developers? Yes. Do they need to be paid? Yes. So I think, it's fair enough they don't just give you free immortals because you're level 43 or whatever.
It's fun. Like, that is an interesting development in the Dota scene is people are so fucking spoiled by the TI compendiums. It's unbelievable. Did you see what happened? Did you see, like, all the threads when we, we broke the last stretch goal? And everyone's like, okay, what's the next stretch goal? When we hit 16 million, I say that we should get, like, 3 new maps and maybe an entire chest of immortals as well.
Yeah.
The sense of entitlement is really funny. I'm not gonna lie though, like it does spoil you, right? It's hard to look at anything that's not the TI compendium and feel like it's value anymore.
Yeah, because 1 minute you're logging into Dota and you've suddenly got 10 awesome items, and the next day it's like, now you can go from being a drum to a Vlad's. Like that's it. Everyone's like, huh? Is that no shiny items? Valve should just give away immortals every time I level up. It's difficult. You do get that.
Everyone's very happy to spend Valve's money. Valve should definitely do this.
People put a lot of money into Dota. I mean, in the compendium, I mean, there were people playing with, like compendiums that had clearly cost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So I feel like
thousands, dude.
Yeah,
if not
exactly.
More.
Some people were putting a fortune into it. So in that regard, I think the rewards from TI were completely fine. But post TI, I think we just have to understand that it's not going to be the same, not until the next TI. But hey, there's 4 majors a year. I guess there'll be items and compendiums and stuff associated with them.
Do you think we're going to get immortaled out? Like, are we going to get tired of all the immortals? Because I feel like the immortals don't have the luster for me that they did before, because there's just so fucking many of them now. Like, this TI had, what was it, 4 immortal chests? There was the 3 with the compendium. No, there was 5, because there was also the 2 ones where you could buy the signatures, as well as the 3 with the compendium. There were 5 chests of immortals this TI, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, is it really an immortal at that point? It's just like it should be this exclusive thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think what I would like to see is similar to CS:GO, and some people, I'm sure, will hate this opinion. I would like to see some rarer stuff. Like, I would like the chance to get something that's ultra rare that other people don't have. That's the way to bring the luster back to cosmetics, is that there is some rare stuff that's like, oh, you got the so-and-so. Whereas here it's like, which immortal did you get? It's like, it doesn't feel immortal when everybody's got it. I kind of feel like it would be nice to have some.
It's the fact that you can basically buy it, right, through the compendium, as opposed to, like, it's actually a random drop, like Diablo style or something. Like, you have this chance to just get a crazy-ass item. Dota doesn't have that right now.
Yeah, I think I would like that, because I love the collectability of odd, like, items, rare items. That was why I played like World of Warcraft and stuff, because I wanted to get that rare item, like, especially if you have to do stuff to earn it. Like, if you have to get a certain number of, if your GPM is above a certain amount on average over the course of a month, or over a certain number of games, I don't know. You can have achievements
aren't, honestly, I kind of like achievements. I for all its faults, one thing I did like about StarCraft 2 was, like, you could unlock, like, special profile pictures by winning like 100 games as Protoss, or You know,
Yeah.
like have a win rate above this percentage, or play at least this number of games, or like if you play this hero, you get something special. I don't know. There's
Yeah, yeah, I think it would be cool. And the only problem is with those kind of achievements is that it's kind of easy for people to. I mean, you'd have to play a ranked game and get an achievement. Like, it would only count in ranked matches that went the full distance. But it would be things like, could you get an achievement, get a rampage on Bane? Like, that would be a cool achievement to have. You know, you get to put a little mark on an item and a Bane item saying that I got a rampage on Bane. That kind of stuff I think would be cool. Anyway, we're in!
all right. We've decided how to spend Valve's money. We've decided how we're gonna improve Dota 2, Ted. So now we'll cast the game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Job well
If
done,
you
my
say
mate.
so, if you say so, buddy.
Earthshaker, the
bottom
Blink
tower
Dream, is
has
still
fallen.
well and alive here. He's gonna get the last hit on the tower. 1,500 gold. And Anti-Mage with the Vlad's basically done. This is very likely the Roshan. And I guess the question is, does Empire fight them? Can they fight them?
Radiant's bottom
I don't know.
tower is
I
under
wouldn't want
attack.
to. I mean, the only thing is that they know that they've got the Orchid. They can get in there and maybe stop the Blink. Sorry, the Echo Slam. You know, Earthshaker doesn't have a Blink yet. Or Resolution, though. If he dies here, oh, baby, right, now we get Roche.
Deleted.
Now we get Roche.
I think the Anti-Mage Monovoid is the most satisfying spell for me after Finger of Death in the game.
Dire's top tower is
And maybe
under
It
Laguna
is,
before it.
yeah, it is.
Dire
It is.
structures
Oh, I
are
mean, personally, a
fortified.
good Epicenter or a good Echo Slam. I mean, to me, the most satisfying when it works is a good Lich Jolt because you're relying on the game and chance. Like, when it happens, you feel like it's a gift from God. You know, it doesn't feel like, oh, I pressed R. It's like, oh, the gods were smiling on me.
But it's
So
got to
I kind
have
of feel
that
like-
impact. You know, like the thing I love about Monovoids is like, BAM! Just immediately like
cool.
blow something up. And it's got that like,
Even
very
the
satisfying
animation
noise
is
to it.
good. Yeah, it is.
I could see that with Echo Slam. I don't see it with Epicenter at all, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Radiant
Dude, a good epi.
structures are fortified.
But it's just so gradual. You need that impact.
Ah, it's awesome. You look at their health bars shrinking. Oh, look at this Spirit Breaker. He doesn't give a hoot.
Oh, he tried to wildly fidget to cancel the charge. He actually missed, but charge
Yeah.
got canceled anyway. Bit fortunate
Trouble for
there.
Bane. Trouble for Bane. I think he's going to be alright
The
here.
Bane, I gotta tell you, that's
He's gonna
not your
come back.
base. Imperial Trooper, S224J. Port in. Where are you going? We've lost communication. Man
Rubik
down.
stole it. Well done, Rubik. Glad you were there. Dark's here. Still in their jungle. Nice.
Good shit.
10 Bloodstone charges now, LD. We're getting towards that spread, that 15. So no, they didn't go get Roche. I was kind of surprised. I thought they might have got it. But Haste Rune on Storm Spirit. What happens now? They chase off the Darkstone. They push back the battle
10
lines. They
Bloodstone
get them back on their
charges,
side of the
Ted.
river. Yeah,
10.
I just said that. I just said that.
I just
You
want to
weren't listening.
reiterate
Oh,
that I'm
dude,
closing
dude,
in. I am closing in on my amazing prediction coming true.
Dude, do you see? Check Earthshaker. Check his inventory. Wait.
The
Wait.
dream.
It's coming. The 25-minute blink. It's here.
Game
one. Game is won. He's got it. Yes.
The regular flying donkey. This is so hipster. Like everyone's going for this now.
It's cool. It's a good courier, man. It's solid. Dependable.
Good old reliable, trustworthy.
I mean, just look at Empire's courier. It's a flying mushroom on a broomstick. Like, you tell me which is the more reliable-looking courier. Who would you trust your item to?
I want to look at it, but we gotta watch this fight first. Here we
God,
go. Blake Echo.
yeah.
Resolution jumping away, trying to get out of here. Now the vacuum into the wall. Monovoid getting chunked out. A lot of damage done off the back of that, and in the end, Lucy stays alive. Queen of Pain ult doesn't want to miss this one. Got to be careful not to airball it. But while he waits, he's gonna end up falling. It's auto attack down.
Silent trying to get away. Adara is so slow. Spirit Breaker's charging out. Look
See
at
ya.
that. PL just walks away. No problemo. And now they can Roche. Okay, now they can Roche.
So I think Rubik also stole Monovoid and cast it that fight? Yeah, he did. I was like, wait a second, why did both teams take damage? So Anti-Mage Monovoid, like almost at the exact same moment, he steals Monovoid and throws it out as well.
That's nice.
So both teams' heroes basically exploded at that point.
Yeah. That was a brutal fight.
You know the other one, Ted, which I'm surprised you didn't mention, that is really satisfying, is the Axe Chop.
Oh, God.
That might be
you're
the
right.
most satisfying, especially when you combo the chops together.
Oh, baby. I love the way everybody runs faster afterwards as well. It's like an invitation to chase and fight. It's like the Klingon war cry. Yeah, you're right. That is probably my favorite. I forgot about that. I haven't been playing Axe much lately because he's kind of gets his head kicked in at the moment.
Have you ever gotten a Rampage chop?
No, I did get close, but I ran out of mana, unfortunately. It was a shame.
I cast one. I'm trying to remember who it was.
That is the best rampage, I think. The 5 dunk.
God, it's satisfying. And you have to get all the kills with the chop. Like, that's essential.
It's got to be the 5 dunk rampage. It's like, it's just, I mean, that is the most satisfying combination. Because it is quite hard to land 5 of them and get kills with each one. That is, I mean, if you Sven cleave 3 guys down and then get a rampage off the back of it, it's like, well, Jesus, you just right-clicked it. But Duncan, come on. Look at this, poor Bane. Look at these illusions, they're so stupid.
Silent is farming okay here. Has the Eye of Scotty now.
He's a problem.
He's not quite anti-mage level, and speaking of problems, Storm may present one. He jumps in onto Silent. They do have the wall available, not using it just yet, but they can backstone back, and a double damage anti-mage is on the way. Deploying the wall, another great fissure for maybe next time.
Yeah,
kind of blocking him off,
a
at least.
wall and another wall, and they get him. And I like the way Madara gets the kill as well. That's really good. He's 7-0. Oh, they've caught someone. Oh, baby. This is trouble. I think Golden Boys have really taken control of this game now.
So I gotta look at this Radiant Courier. Yeah, what the hell is that?
Also, almost an Orchid on Storm, as well as Bloodstone, with LD. How many charges?
15 Bloodstone
Yeah,
charges.
yeah.
I said
And
at
he has
least
the age. Yeah.
15.
You got the over/under. You got it right. Over 15. And they've got the Aegis on Storm. Probably the best Aegis carrier in the game.
Yeah, he is the best. Leshrakt's pretty close as well, but I think Storm just more reliably can use all the mana.
It's also one of those things that if the fight goes south with the Aegis, at least you know he's going to have a Bloodstone, so he'll respawn quickly anyway. Fair enough. But with the Aegis, he doesn't lose Bloodstone charges, I don't think. Or do you lose them if you die with an Aegis? I think you... I can't remember if you do or not.
Sorry, what?
If I die with a Bloodstone, but I've got the Aegis, do I lose Bloodstone charges from the first death, or only when I'm actually completely dead?
Pretty sure it's only when you actually die.
Yeah, so he preserves his Bloodstone, comes up with full mana, can zoop away. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, and then you always have and then even the other thing is with the Bloodstone carriers is when they die the second time, like let's say you lose Aegis die again, you usually have the third instant respawn or close to it. So it just has that extra synergy where you're getting not just 1 life, but basically 2 extra lives.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
And if that's not enough to win you a fight, then you're usually pretty screwed.
Yeah, it's gone south somewhere. They're grouping up here. I think they're looking for something. I thought they were going to smoke for a second, but no.
Going on, turn my swag on. Could? No echo.
No.
They could have gone for the kill.
Just going to go and push.
Apparently,
honestly,
he already had the Mana Void, by the way, earlier. So.
Oh, really? Oh, so
he didn't steal it in the middle of the fight. He already had it.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat. Got our backs here. We love you guys.
They are so good at spotting those details.
It's amazing how 17,000 people can see things that 2 can't, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, it never ceases to amaze me. Like you get people watching the game, and I know that we joke about how, Twitch Shadow thinks are 8K MMR, but there are some really, really good players in the pub scene that just watch the game and see it. Oh my god, this is a big fight. He does get the slam off. But at what cost, LD? Nice
what cost indeed? They dropped the wall! Huge vacuum combination! And Anti-Mage hasn't even arrived yet! Madara just now getting into the fight. He has the Abyssal Blade as well. He could catch Silent. Doesn't have the vision because it's nighttime. Oh, just barely missing him. So the PL lives to fight another day. But when they can win the fight like that and the Anti-Mage just kind of shows up like, hey guys, how's it going? Did 759 damage. Yeah, that's when you know...
He has Abyssal now, so I think basically anyone that he bumps into is dead, right? Like there's no escaping. I think he could even just he could kill pretty much anybody at this point.
Yeah, I mean even the PL has a really high mana pool, so if you can Abyssal him, get those auto attacks off with a Manta, he's quite likely going to die to the Mana Void. Like now.
Yeah, right there.
No, it doesn't even need it.
Doesn't even need it. Just that combo.
Wow, Empire looking a little shaky here, and I think also Golden Boy's just impressive. You remember London Conspiracy was a team that had some upsets and surprises, and they actually made it to Star Ladder, I think it was Season 12, and so far, looking solid here. So Madara will get silenced up, but he's very tanky, not an easy takedown. Storm trying to fight, still has the Aegis, 20 Bloodstone charges all of a sudden, Ted.
Jeez. Yeah, that
20.
big fight top. Aegis and 20 Bloodstone, I mean, oof.
This is where you throw in the towel. This is
that's a minute on the sidelines for Quap as well.
So death for the Quappa. Charge in, just desperation
Oh.
mode. As Madara can't even catch all the kills on the screen. He blinked forward.
GG.
Got Furbian. That's it.
Empire got really taken apart in this game. Like, it was so static for like 15 minutes, and then GB were just like, yeah, we're ready to fight, and just won the game.
They just didn't do enough to shut down the AM, it felt like. And, you know, then the Storm, who had a pretty rough start, just had a couple of good fights, got the Bloodstone at the right time. There was that one big fight bottom where he got his first Bloodstone charge. They took the tower. Then they were able to take Roche, and that's where it felt like the game just kind of fell apart.
I feel like AM came and fought, which really made a difference. He was there. He got a lot of kills. The Mana Void was huge, and I think in combination with Darkseer and Earthshaker, not to mention the Storm, of course, I think him fighting more was the right call. And he's 11-0. I mean, it was a really good performance from him.
Well, Ted, we told chat that we loved them, but they don't love us, bitches. Apparently,
It happens. It happens. I don't care.
What can you do?
Hey,
we love you anyway, guys.
Yeah, I got a lot
Try
of love
as
in
you
my
might
heart.
to hate on
A
us.
little love in my heart. It's good.
So, Ted, thank you very much for joining me. Of course, people can follow you on Twitter at PyrionFlax. Any shout-outs? What's going on with you? Got anything you want to say to the people out there before you go?
I just like to say thanks. I don't get the chance to cast games with LD very often. I saw the thread on Reddit that somebody posted where they were saying that they enjoyed it. Obviously, there are always going to be people that don't, but I really do appreciate you giving me the opportunity to cast with you. I always enjoy it. So my main shout out is to you and to the people who enjoyed it. It's just a bit of fun, and I love casting games. I don't get much of a chance to do it because I don't have the MMR. Obviously.
The struggle is real, Ted, but I'm with you, buddy. Okay, thanks. Ted, thank you for joining me. Of course, you guys, you can follow him on Twitter at PyrionFlax, myself if you'd like as well, at LD Dota. We will have, looks like a 50-minute break here unless the game starts early, and then our final quarterfinal will be coming up. It's Power Rangers taking on Ninjas in Pajamas, and I believe Fucking Mad will be joining me for that one, so we'll increase the average MMR of the cast by quite a bit.
Yeah, enjoy that.
All right, see you later, Ted. Have a good one. Guys, thanks for watching.
Dude.
We'll be back.